Band.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we're all right. We're just finishing laughing at an inappropriate joke. So
Fair enough.
You've come in at the right moment.
Definitely. Right. For people, all the uninitiated who don't know about the Fyzz Wallis Band, how are you going to introduce them? Tell us all about the Fyzz Wallis Band then.
So I'm Fyzz Wallis. I've had a band for a while. This is my second lineup. They're fabulous. They can introduce themselves in a minute. And I write. What kind of songs do I write? Quirky songs, would you say?
Yeah, quirky, bit quirky.
Yeah, I think that'll do.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, guys?
Hello. I'm Laura.
Good evening, Laura.
Job is drummer. Yeah, love playing your songs, Fyzz.
And how long have you been in the band now then, Laura?
Good question. 18 months, I think, maybe.
I think it is.
Still,
Something like that, yeah.
It feels like a lifetime. In a way.
I can sort of understand that. And how long have you been in the band, AJ?
About the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
We joined at about the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been going ever since. So we must be doing something
Yes,
right.
still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all right.
Still getting on as well.
And you got some new songs as well, haven't you? And some reworked songs.
Yes, indeed. So so tonight we're going to play some new songs.
Exclusives, oh yes.
Yeah, that we have played at a couple of gigs recently, but pretty new. And then we're going to play some of the songs, reworked songs that we did for the EP. Previous version of the band did some of the songs before, but these are very much our versions with the way we do things now.
Excellent. And what's the first one you're going to play for us tonight, Fyzz?
Okay, now I promise there's no naughty words in the song.
Good.
This one.
Yeah.
And I have written down alternatives when there is.
Well
But
done.
This one is called Porn.
Right, I'm keeping an ear out on this one.
Okay. You ready? Yeah. I
Oh, yeah.
Bit of a sudden ending, that one.
Yeah, dead stop. Get used to them on the show. Post-punk bands and punk bands. Don't know. I suppose you're post-punk, aren't you, really? Punk, yeah.
Yeah, as much as anything else.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You sound heavier.
Yeah, well, that'll be these two. To be honest, yeah.
A more heavy version of the Fyzz Wallis band.
Yeah, I think that's a fair observation, because obviously you've been listening to my stuff for a while. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it, though. I love it, yeah. It's good.
Bit more head banging. And tell us about the EP. You had an EP launch 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Oh, yeah, go flash it in front of the...
Yee! Where do I flash it? That one. Right. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So this is Period Pieces by Fyzz Wallis Band, and it's got 5 tracks on. It doesn't have that one on because that's third time we played that live.
It's too new, to be honest.
Yes, that's very new.
Yeah.
Very new. And this is the next song we play is a newish one that's on here, and then the other ones are kind of reworked. Yeah, kind of pretty much.
And where did you record it?
Well.
Is it Fyzz's house?
Partly my house.
Yeah.
So you've been playing quite a lot of the new Super House stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the same house because that's my husband's band. So yeah, in our spare room in our house. But we did the drums at Sam Luce's Spalding.
NA Studios.
NA Studios. Thank you, Sam Luce. You're awesome. And Sam did the mastering and stuff as well because he knows what he's doing. So.
Are you telling me your other half doesn't know what he's doing?
Well, yeah, you got to prove it. But yes, Sam does know what he's doing. Yeah, absolutely.
Because he always sounds pretty good when he's sends tracks through and stuff like that.
Started doing stuff with Sam during lockdown, kind of in between bands, as it were, and I felt like he really got what I wanted to do. So very happy to go back, and he's a lovely guy. So
excellent. And you don't get no complaints from the neighbours from all the guitar twiddling and noises?
So our spare room used to be our conservatory, but it's a proper room now at the back. So less complaints than we used to when it was a conservatory, Doc.
Yeah. So what you've done, filled in all the windows and stuff like that, or bricked it up?
It's just properly built.
Converted into a room.
Brick built, yeah. We had like proper builders and everything, yeah. But it's at the back of the house, so it's less disruptive to people. And we also have the nicest neighbours in the whole world. So we're very lucky there.
But you daren't risk the drums just in case?
Well, well, it's partly we want to record proper acoustic drums, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you need all the mics and...
Yeah, it's a bit beyond our skills at the moment, I think, to record the drums. Well, don't have the kit. But it was great to go to the studio and Sam did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you got the drums down first then, I take it, sort of?
Yeah, well, we sort of played along.
Like a guide track?
Yeah, so we were all there.
Yes.
It has a better sound to it when you play it together, because it's that kind of like live feel.
Yeah, of course.
If that makes sense. But
Yeah.
we did the drums first. We did 6 tracks, I think, in one day actually, but then we dropped one in the end, so that's on the shelf. It might appear.
Yeah,
in the
that's
future at
partly
some
because of my very poor Spanish pronunciation. That's why we shoved that. So we decided that wasn't.
What'd you do? Do a track about Benidorm or something?
No, it's one you will have heard before. But it's got a part of it.
Torremolinos, something like that.
I can't remember what it's called now. You talk about. I've never been to any of those places.
Oh, right.
Concealer.
It's
called.
Concealer.
It's a Spanish. Is it verse? At the end?
So the idea with the song is that you don't always know everything about a person when you first meet them.
Oh,
And
no,
you
of
might
course
know
not.
you might not know their cultural heritage, for example. So I wanted to put a bit that was different, but I don't know any other languages. So I asked my Spanish teacher friend to help me write it, but my pronunciation is very poor if you know any Spanish, so it's just...
No, that happens to me all the time. You know what I mean? Somebody sends a song in and it's French titled or something like that. I'll just have to apologise for a start off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but we'll revisit it.
Fair enough then. What's the next track you're going to play for us?
Okay, so this is The Week After I Bleed, which we know in the band as Shania Twain, because that's like the...
Right.
and I've got to... Right, but we did discuss maybe singing The Week After I Grieve, which is a bird reference.
No, it
because-
doesn't matter. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
but
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
there are some, what can I say? There are some ducks and some chicks.
Fair enough.
The week after I leave, I don't anyone stepping on the wheat of estrogen. I feel so alive. I could try anything, maybe parkour or surfboarding. Oh, what little look can do. I swear to you, I would like anything that moves. Sing sweetly in the face. The week after I leave. The week after I leave, I feel strong, like I belong. I'm a ducking Amazon, and I know if I have to stop, yeah, I'm pretty cool, I'm pretty bright, I'm pretty hard. If this is it to you, all you need to know. The high, the lows are very low. There's no time for self-terror in the sleep. The week after I leave. What little I can do, I swear to you, I would have anything that moves. Sing sweetly in the sleep. The week after I leave. Like everyone with a wound, I can be a little bit of a hormone junkie, and also what you got till it's gone. It's goodbye fun. I don't wanna see anybody in the world. It's not a quarantine. Oh, the week before I leave, that then it starts again. So someday soon this will end. Thank you. Oh, got a woo. Thank you very much.
I've got a few shout-outs. Shout-out to Michael Day, a shout-out to Georgia McLennan, and a shout-out to Stuart Inger. Stuart Inger says, sounding great over here. Hello from Notts.
Hello. Thank you very much.
So we'll talk about this sort of sensitive area, then, of period pieces, if we dare.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Go on, well, go on. So, do you write different songs in a different mood when you're having your period?
I'm a really, really cyclical person, like
Yeah.
massively cyclical. I think I would be cyclical if I was a chap, to be honest. But yes, I'm really different, and in fact, I have migraines, and there's a point before I'm on where I know I'm vulnerable to actually feeling quite unwell. So I track mine really carefully to stay healthy, right? And I have done for a long time. But now, you see, I'm premenopausal, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And I really think I wanted to write a song to encapsulate, like, rather than going, oh, you know, the bit before your period you feel rough and it's really bad. I thought I'd do a song about how afterwards you feel pretty good. So
Yes.
I thought I'd like turn it on its head, because there is a point where you feel, but unfortunately I've kind of lost that now, because I don't really get the fertile kind of buzz anymore, because I'm not really. So.
Yeah.
But I wanted to capture it before I lose it. But, you know, I do wonder what will happen to my creativity, because it's been so tied to my hormones, and now they're different.
That's a good point, isn't it?
I don't know what's going to happen, personally.
So if you can't write any songs, then you're trotting off to the doctor for some hormone replacement therapy or something like that.
Really interesting reason to go, isn't it? yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I mean, men really, we don't sort of suffer from these things, really. You know what I mean? We don't suffer from them.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You do have changes, but they're not anything. They're not like this. And again, some people are like this, and then there's me.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, my mood only changes with the weather, really. You know what I mean? I'm much happier when the sun's shining. That's about it, really. Apart from that, or in the pub. No, so.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. And obviously, human beings are really complicated, and lots of things affect the way we feel.
Yeah, of course.
But
yeah.
it's really important, you know, like if you feel ill, it does change your mood.
Yes, of course. Yeah, yeah.
And if
yeah.
you feel low, like it's like I say, you're a hormone junkie. What happens is you kind of get this like big lift because I've been
like a roller coaster in a way.
Yeah, it is over, and then you're off a cliff.
Yeah.
When you're on, you're like dong, you know, it's like that. So you know, and if you think over half the world as women. Why aren't there songs about? I mean, you know, we say like, why aren't there songs about lots of things? But honestly, it's such a common experience.
Well, it's a good job you're singing about it then, Fyzz. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people, you know, people don't talk about it, do they? Really, a lot of the time. I mean, you won't hear a discussion on the radio very often, or TV, or stuff like that. Because you might hear a little bit more nowadays, but not as much as years ago. You would never have been taboo.
And it's amazing, actually, when you get together with other people who have periods, the things you end up finding that you have in common. It's like lots of things. You're like, oh, yeah, I feel like that. Or I get a headache then. Or, oh, that's why I feel rough. Or I feel great today. That might, you know, that's part of why, you know, it's all, you know, and, you know, it's great being a mammal and stuff, but it can be complicated.
Yeah, I think as a young person as well, you're sort of just taught to ignore it. Or you know, you still have to go to work. You still have to get up. You still have to carry on as if, you know, nothing's happening. So I think it creates a bit of a disconnect actually with yourself and your body and
like sort of like just like sort of act normal, ignore it.
Yeah, grin and bear it.
You kind of have to. Yeah, that's how, you know, you're taught to deal with it. It's like, well, you know, just take a couple of paracetamol. So
you're not sort of as young ladies, you weren't in your day. Then you weren't taught about the ups and downs of having periods and this, that, and the other.
Well, talked about, but yeah, it was very much grin and bear it from your mum. Like, oh yeah, you feel rough today.
Take some aspirin.
Yeah, off you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, off you go back to school. You know, and you know, I used to faint.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to totally flake out. Yeah, and I used to have like a stomach upset the night before as well. And like if it was for any other reason, you'd have a day off school, wouldn't you?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But if it's your period, you don't.
Yeah, just carry on. It's normal. What's the next one you're going to play for us?
It's not about periods.
It's all right.
It's about girlfriends.
It's about girlfriends.
Or not girlfriends.
Well, no, it's about not girlfriends. So this is about, I mean, I'm so glad I got married young and I haven't had to worry too much about this, but it's that whole friends with benefits area, like, is this person a friend? Are they more than a friend? And I think for all of us it's quite difficult, but if particularly if you're attracted to the same gender, and I've had conversations with a number of friends about this can get really complicated, and you can get really mixed signals from people and not know where you stand. And again, we don't talk about we talk about being friends and we talk about being lovers, but we don't often talk about the hinterland when we're working out what we are with somebody. So it's all that.
Off you go.
Something like that, I'm not sure you're good for me.
I weren't sure if you was going to go into a fast bit then or something like that, or rock it out.
Sorry, what?
I weren't sure if you was going to go into a fast bit then or rock it out or something like that, or actually just stop it, but you did.
Yeah, apologies for pressing all the wrong pedals at the beginning, sorry. Settle down after that.
Michael Day comments.
Talking.
Yeah, Michael Day comments. Great as always, Fizz. Shout out to Michael Castellano. Shout out to Matt Worthington, and a shout out to Lorette Evelyn. Guys, thank you very much for listening and watching the show.
Thank you.
Hi, Lorette.
So how did the launch party go of the new EP?
Yeah, it's all right,
Went
wasn't it?
all right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good night.
I was
Yeah.
quite happy with it.
Yeah, there was quite a few people there, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah,
That's what you want.
yeah.
And you've got hard copies. You've actually got CDs.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
actual physical
Yeah.
media.
actual physical media. So,
That's what
yeah.
we like.
Yeah, so it's online, but actual physical media and mugs. And we've given
Mugs,
you a mug, haven't we?
yeah.
Mugs,
Yeah.
mugs, and a new set of shirts as well with the red logo to match period pieces. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe tea towels. I'd be interested. Anybody listening would like a Fyzz Wallis band tea towel? If there's enough interest, we'll get some. We'll get some done.
You're going to need
Perhaps-
somebody to run a merchandise stall for you when you're doing your live gigs, aren't you?
Well, our lovely friend Scarlett ran the merch store for us, and we had cake, and she handed out the cake as well. Because
You like making cake for gigs, don't you, and stuff like
I
that?
haven't bought you any treats tonight.
No,
have I?
but I've got a mug, haven't I?
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
but
And you sent me a
I-
copy of the album.
I often
your
bring
EP.
cake. In fact, some years ago we had chicken nuggets when it was my birthday, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Do you
did
remember?
it. It came in on your birthday. It was the most excellent evening. No, it's still the most excellent evening.
Yeah. But yeah, the launch was awesome. There was lots of people there, and our lovely friend Gary came and took some pictures and reviewed the gig as well. So that was really.
I've got a comment for you already. Ian Congreve says yes to the tea towel.
Yeah, thank you, Ian Congreve, who's the proud owner of a Fyzz Wallis band T-shirt. I know. So and an EP. In fact, hello to Ian and Lucy. So. Lucy, Ian's wife, was a bit upset because Ian pre-ordered an EP, which I sent out a bit before the launch date for those who very kindly pre-ordered. And because Ian had ordered it, when I sent it out, I wrote a little note saying, "To Ian, thank you very much." And then at the launch, Lucy came up to me and she said, "Well, he actually bought it for me, so where's my note?"
Ah, there
So I
you
still
go.
owe Lucy a note. Sorry, Lucy, I will write you a lovely note at some point. Or just see you and buy you a drink.
And can people sort of message you on Facebook to get CDs and merchandise sent out, or you got a website? Bandcamp? Bandcamp's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we will talk to you on other medias like Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
as well.
Bandcamp's a great way of ordering merchandise, T-shirts, CDs, all that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can get online versions of it as well. And if you order it online, you get the radio-friendly mixes we sent you as well.
Excellent.
The originals, yeah.
Excellent. Oh, a shout out to Pip Riggs as well. Guys, thank you very much for listening and watching the show. What's the next one you're going to play for us?
Wrong.
Wrong. This is an older one, isn't it?
Now this is an older one. The first life of this was as the solo EP that
Yeah.
I did with Sam Lees. But yeah, see what you think of this version.
Off you go.
Someone turn the lights out. The furniture around. What do I do now? Falling through the debris. With the table turned around. What do I do now? It's true that I owe my Shuffle up your little night. Take a little piece of me. Take a little piece of. What did I do now? What did I do now? You said it was a bit, but I could have been at. If that's the case, why do we carry on? Everything I am is wrong. If that's how it has to be, you can say it's not my fault. You can put the blame on me. Everything I do is wrong. If that's how it has to be, don't play a little night. Take a little piece of me. Take a little piece of me. What did I do now?
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're sounding more like the Breeders. Who's inspired you, Fyzz, to sort of like style of music that you listen to and play and stuff like that? You know, who's your...
I don't know. I mean, I'll take the Breeders. I think we.
Huge compliment. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All sorts of things, really. I grew up listening to. I mean, my dad's like an older generation than my mum, and was kind of pre-pop music, so he liked like big band music and country. I like the way country music tells stories. I like
Yeah.
that a lot, and I know that's not in the sound or anything, but I like that, the idea of telling someone's life.
Yeah, you do. Well, you do sort of do most of your lyrics as sort of like a first person, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, and folk music. Listen to folk music, all kinds of things. I mean, punk's a bit of a later find for me. It's a good fit, and I like it, but I didn't discover it until my 30s. I think, really. I like hip hop a lot when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
All those words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot, and I kind of, my music taste keeps changing and keep finding new things.
I think as you get older, your music taste broadens anyway most of the time.
But
you know.
Between us, we like kind of different stuff. And you guys are kind of close in age. They talk about bands I don't know about, and then I have to go home and do my homework. So I've actually got into a few more things because of the stuff the others like, really. So
What sort of stuff do you listen to then, Laura?
I love the Pixies, so
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I really love the Breeders comment. That's a compliment. Kim Deal is one of the coolest people on the planet. Yeah, so I guess early on I got into pop punk actually as a young person, teenager. I love bands like Green Day, Foo Fighters, Blink-182, who I got to see live last year, which was like a teenage dream come true for mine. But then it sort of grew up a bit, I suppose, or I grew up a bit, and I got into more sort of punk sort of stuff. Somewhere along the way, I got into like femme punk and like the Distillers. Love the Distillers.
Yeah.
I love the Distillers too.
Yes, and we've really connected over that actually, haven't we? And Bikini Kill.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to see Bikini Kill.
Oh, yeah,
although we were supposed to see them before and they cancelled and we didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I've written a song about that, which we haven't done yet. But it was kind of literally so traumatic at the time. It was just, everybody else knew. And we ended up watching this play in the arts centre next door.
About Hollywood tropes. It was like the house play. But so we turned up and they were like, oh, haven't you heard it's been cancelled?
Oh.
And no, we hadn't heard. We've got all the way to London. We've got like
we got
babysitters for our
childcare, we got the
kids.
bus, we got the
all of
train.
that. Got to London and they were like, no, it's cancelled. We didn't think it looked very punk actually.
When we went in the bar.
You think, there's something not quite right about the atmosphere in here.
Yeah, but not only that, we sort of like got the early train home and we were quite bummed out, and then we didn't have the right ticket for the train.
So we had an argument with the inspector on the train
So
on the way back.
Got a fine.
Got
as well.
fined.
Oh no! Yeah, well, no, because because all them train tickets they get really complicated now, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it was it was quite bonding.
It was.
I wrote a song about it. not the best.
The
job.
band against the ticket inspector sort of story. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're having another go, aren't we, in June?
Yes.
We're hopefully going to see...
Bought tickets again,
Vicky
so
and Phil.
second time is the charm, hopefully. Yeah.
Excellent.
Please.
And what about you, AJ? What's your sort of musical influences?
I'm literally into everything. Literally everything.
Really, like, so after we started playing in the band together, AJ lent me some CDs from their collection, like Sheryl Crow,
REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
which my kids now love.
Yeah.
REO Speedwagon.
They go back a long way. REO Speedwagon. What are they? Sort of mid-80s?
Late 70s.
Late 70s.
Late
blooming hell.
70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were one of my favourites growing up, along with like Meat Loaf and Eric Clapton. Because we lived in Germany, so we did lots of long road trips back to the UK to visit people.
So you're like an army brat or an RAF brat?
RAF,
RAF, yeah.
But yeah, Michael Bolton was one of the big ones we used to listen to in the car.
No.
Yeah.
You don't hear that name much now, do you?
My mum loves Michael Bolton.
Well, your mum, we'll let her off, but if it's you, we won't.
No, my mum was in charge of the tape player in the car.
Yeah.
So.
That's the thing you don't get nowadays is a tape. Well, a lot of cars, real modern cars, don't even have a CD player, don't they? Most of them don't.
I got a CD player in my car, and I filmed putting the CDs when they arrived in.
Yeah.
And somebody commented, "What? You've got a CD player in your car?" I'm like, well, yeah, you might have one of these fancy cars that's got a Bluetooth relationship with your phone, but I've still got a CD player in my car, so I still have a CD player.
Well,
in my car.
yeah.
And I have been listening because we've talked about it. So I've got some CDs of AJ, and I've also been listening to Blink-182 and Green Day, kind of educating myself a bit, and I actually can hear some of where we're coming from, weirdly, like in a retrofitted kind of way. So that's been cool.
Yeah, it's some cars now, they don't even come with like a memory card. The only way you can sort of get any music out of them is like use Apple CarPlay or whatever the Android version of it is and stuff like that.
Thankfully, that's a problem that people with more money.
Yeah, I don't want a
have
car
than
like
I
that.
have.
No, I want my CD player, I want my memory. I've got a memory card in mine, so I can just load it up with loads and loads of music. You know what I mean? Without having to work out a Spotify playlist and then
a lot of people trash Spotify, and yes, we haven't made the money out of plays on Spotify. We might have on other media, but it's a great way of finding other music that's like the stuff you like. So, I've discovered all sorts of interesting little nuggets, and again, we've sort of shared things we've accidentally found.
Yeah.
So that's a thumbs up for it.
Yeah. I don't use it, I must be honest. But there we go. Anyway, what's the next track you're going to play for us?
Yeah, sorry, other players are available. Sorry.
Yes.
Right, okay. So this is 1,000 Cuts, or possibly 1,000 Coots bird thing. I should have played. Laura works for the RSPB,
Yeah.
which is where our bird thing comes from.
Oh.
Yes, I've got to remember all my chicks in this. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a fighter and a lover, like my mother and her mother. And my kids will wear a coat when it's cold outside. Though I forget I wear my pride. stress a little less about food on the table. Get a bit of understanding when my kids aren't angels. Get through the day without being judged. Have a high-end shag from a partner I trust. I'll be cool. But till then, rules I could have to do. Pasta on my wounds. 10,000 cuts. Loving and giving a love. Giving it all again none. One thing's getting out. 10,000 cuts. Loving and giving no love. Giving it all again none. I'm walking with it long. Thank you.
A few more shout-outs. A shout-out to Ethan Cole, Aaron Valentine. A shout-out to Dale Simpson. A shout-out to Doug Smith. Michael Day comments, I've got a CD player in my car. Guess whose CD's in it in the last month? Did you send a CD out to Michael Day, Fizz?
I might have done. Yes, I think I might. I can't remember. I can't remember.
Oh, I hope it's... Oh, no, I hope, Michael, it's a Fizz Wallis
Yeah,
band.
yes.
Well, I was going to guess Bat Out of Hell,
Oh, well, yeah.
because everyone's got that in their
Yeah,
car.
yeah. Everyone should have it. Yeah. There's always a Bat Out of Hell moment coming up where you can sing. Like Bohemian Rhapsody. There are moments when you just need to sing Bohemian Rhapsody in the car. Yeah, well, I hope it is Michael Day. We've had quite a few people ask for the CD, and
Yeah.
I've sent them out. I've ordered on Bandcamp. In fact, I sent one to someone in Bedford this week.
Excellent.
So that's kind of... I don't even know them all personally, which is quite exciting.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know. Well, I mean, the great thing about Bandcamp is you can preview the tracks, can't you? So you can actually have a listen.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And you're like, oh, yeah, I do like this band. I'll spend a few quid and have a, and stuff like that. You know.
In fact, must mention, we're on a compilation album that's come out. It's a charity one.
Punk
and
for the
it's
Homeless one.
Punk for the
Yeah.
Homeless. Yeah. So we're alongside lots and lots. 17 tracks on that.
Yeah,
I've
great
listened-
organisation, that is, yeah.
Yeah. We were delighted to play a Punk for the Homeless gig at the Sumac Centre in Nottingham, and I'm going back to do an acousticy thing there in a few weeks. In June. But yeah, I mean, good cause, great organisation, lovely people. Within the context of that album, I was saying we sound a bit poppy compared with. I think there's some you'd think twice about playing some good stuff.
I've got it because
Yeah.
they sent it to me and I played the track last week from
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So you have to give it a listen, proper listen. You know,
Yeah.
just before you put it out, before you play it on the radio.
Yeah.
There are some good tracks, yeah. But unfortunately, there's some swear words on some of them. You know what I mean? So sometimes I will beep them and not beep them, reverse them.
All right.
But if there's too many, it's sort of will. You know, if there's too many of the same word, it can ruin the song. Yeah.
Just play the whole song backwards.
Yeah. Oh, he says it's Michael Day says it's the one he got off you last time when you came into the studio when Michael was in here.
Okay, so that might have been. I can't remember which one. I think it might have been Simon's song, the blue one.
Yeah.
I think it might have been that one. So anyway, thank you very much, Michael Day. That's really lovely. Thank you. I'm glad you're still.
So
listening to it.
you're still doing your acoustic stuff as well.
Yeah,
Your
a little
solo
bit.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just what people want, really. I mean, you get to the summer and some things are more outdoors and therefore less electric and
Yeah.
and that. So, yeah,
And you got a
little bit.
festival season coming up as well, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit now and then.
Yeah, the trouble is, we've not heard anything about the Willow Festival this year, so I don't know why that's happening, does it? It's a little bit late.
Yeah, it is. Well, considering other things are kind
Yeah.
of sorted.
Yeah, which is a great disappointment, really. Oh, is it?
Last year was great.
Yeah.
It was absolutely had the best weekend. Just catching up with people.
Yeah,
and seeing
yeah.
lots of other bands, and we played. And it
It's
was
the
Yeah.
ostrich stage we played.
yeah. along
That's
with
great.
lots of it was, and we played the song that we're going to play at the end. We want plenty of time. We've got a song we really want to play at the end because it's the finisher. I know that's not
Oh,
now, but
yeah.
and it's the first time we've played that, and that will always be like a.
Do you have
memory.
have you worked out a way to construct your set? Like, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean, you got your set.
I often ask you, AJ, don't I?
Yeah, it's pretty much
Basically.
always me. It's like, yeah, stick that there, that there, and that there.
Like, I want to do these ones, but you need a logical order.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Sometimes we stick 2 or 3 together, which we have referred to occasionally as twosomes and threesomes. So we do have some twosomes and threesomes in the set sometimes. It's felt odd doing them each on their own tonight, actually. I know which ones I want. Often I'm quite assertive about which ones I want to play, but AJ's the order guy. And then often you're the set person, aren't you, with the set next to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she shouts the songs out to you.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Because you can forget the set, can't you, with all the excitement of the gig itself.
I forget my own name. I got brain fog at my age.
What are you talking about? You're a young lady.
And tonight I've got the alternative lyrics written down. If a song's fairly new, I'll have the chord it starts on and the first line or something. It's better than not knowing what you're doing, knowing a bit what you're doing.
How often do you all get together and rehearse? Because that's an important sort of thing.
Well, this is normally our practice night.
Is it
Yeah,
Thursday
Thursday
evenings?
night.
Yeah.
It's surprising because it's not raining.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the Thursday rain. Like every time we're packing cars up to go to practice, loading gear, unloading gear, it rains.
Always raining. In fact,
Every Thursday.
it was raining today when I actually put my gear
Yeah.
in the car.
Yeah. There's been a little bit of a shower here and there.
At that point,
Yeah.
that was the point. So we're kind of, well, we're blessed in many ways, but we're cursed with the Thursday weather.
I think, well, being English, we were cursed with it or blessed with it, whichever way you want to sort of look at it, really. You know what I mean?
We do need the rain. It's very important.
Yeah. But we could do with some sun and a bit of warmth now, couldn't we? Really, you know what I mean? We really could do with, just one day. Just one day would do me at the moment.
Then you'd see my Punk for the Homeless T-shirt, but I've got to wear my cardigan because it's cold.
Fair enough. What's the next song you're going to play for us?
All right, shall we do Fembot then? Oh, hang on. Right, okay. Doctors swear it's worse than before. Turn on your machine and the locks on your door. Bring the chastity belt and the pills and the knife. Take me back into a Stepford wife. Because I'm not the model, I'm not the model you pray for. I'm not the virgin, I'm not the virgin you like. All over me, all over me, all over me, all over me. You're me, so me. I'm so over you, you've been all over me. I
shout out to Chris Gardner. Fyzz, have you got any gigs coming up?
In June we haven't got any in late April or May. They're on your piece of paper, Laura. What are we doing? Oh, okay. I didn't put them on mine.
Gigs. We are playing Twisted on the 7th of June. That's a Friday. Twisted is a regular gig that we play that's LGBT plus friendly and encourages people to dress up if they want to or not if they don't, but come as you are.
And it's the night before Pride this year.
And it's the night before Pride,
yes.
so it's like the Pride warm-up gig, which we're delighted at the timing for that, because that gig, we've really tried to get two of the bands that kind of represent. We had this chat about how we've all been to Pride events, and it can be very, I don't know, camp, yeah, and not everybody who's very comfortable with being on a Pride event wants to listen to camp music. Some of us like real proper music, so we've got real proper bands.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah,
who are the real proper bands you got supporting you?
Yes, well...
I don't know. Who are supporting us on that?
Good question.
Right, we've got the Mad Badgers, and they're from Colville, Loughborough way. I've seen them play. You guys haven't, I don't think, but they are brilliant. They're really good, and they're lots of fun. And the guy, the drummer for Mad Badgers, made our mugs. So hey,
so we owe him.
Yeah, so we owe him. And then Rights of Hadder.
I've heard of that name before.
Now, Rights of Hadder are on your Punk for the Homeless album.
Yeah.
And they headlined one of the all-dayers that Socks On put on at the Ostrich.
Yeah.
They're brilliant. And their front person is a force of nature. And I went straight up when they finished and went, will you come again to Peterborough and play? And they were like, yeah. So absolutely delighted.
Socks On record guys
That's
do put some good bands on though, don't they?
Yeah, they do. We're very blessed. We've got Socks On, we've got Scary Clown, we've got lots of people who really just want to put good, interesting music on.
So do you think the Peterborough music scene, well, alternative music scene, post-punk and all that sort of thing, is on the up really, isn't it, really?
Well, the stuff I can go and see, and I don't remember that being the case
No.
a few years ago, but a few years ago my kids were little and
No,
I couldn't have
well,
gone out
yeah,
if I
yeah.
wanted, so.
No.
Right, so yeah, that's the 7th. And then what we got on the 8th?
Okay, just coming back to the 7th and the
Yeah,
pre-Pride.
yes.
I am a fan of camp, actually, very much. I'm just not so much a fan of Kylie and
Yes.
S Club 7 and like the sort of the five very poppy songs you tend to hear at Pride events. So it's going to be really cool to have like an alternative Pride for those who are into more like alternative music. Which is the eve before Peterborough Pride, which is on the 7th of June at the Green Backyard. So why not spend your day doing that? And then come the evening, we're playing at Here We Aren't with our wonderful friends.
Can you remember the name of the band?
Hangland.
That's Hangland.
Hangland, yeah.
Yes. My lovely
Miles
friend,
and all them guys.
Miles,
Yeah,
yes, drums
Miles.
for them.
Yeah.
So, yes, they've asked us to join them there. So we're very busy that weekend. It's going to be good.
Tour
It's
of
gonna be a good
Peterborough.
weekend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Basically,
2 nights.
Short tour of Peterborough.
Very short tour of Peterborough.
What?
Yeah.
From the
T-shirts,
ostrich to an industrial estate.
Yeah.
You never know. You might catch me because that's in walking distance of my house.
Here We Aren't is good, actually. It's like a gig in your mate's garage.
Yes, very intimate.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep on nagging. Oh God, what's the guy's name? I always forget his name. Bless him, who runs it. I keep nagging him. You've got to knock into another factory unit to make it a little.
Make it a bit bigger.
Make it a little bit larger. Yeah.
We had an afternoon gig there, me and Laura.
Yeah.
It turns on to the idea of maybe organising afternoon gigs.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
I think that's a good idea to have afternoon gigs, to be quite honest, because I like a dinner time. I don't know about you, but my
Yes.
favourite time for a drink is a dinner time drink.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I love an afternoon gig.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
you
then-
can be home and in bed
and
at a
an
reasonable
early
time.
night.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
lovely thing about that was there was kids, like people brought their kids along to
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
listen to live music
And-
the day, and there were biscuits. So that,
Yeah,
you know,
and
that's
there
a
were,
good
and,
day.
and there were biscuits, and no, I think they might have been backstage. I think we were lucky. We were
Backstage
gifted.
biscuits.
And Christian Brown for Scary Clown organised it, and he brought his mum for the first time.
Also,
So-
my
and your
my
mum
mum was there
came.
too.
Yeah, so
and
we
my,
had
and my
mums
daughter. So
and
there's-
kids.
Yeah, three generations of my
Excellent
family were
stuff.
able, and that was what was lovely about it. But also, we were thinking sort of post-COVID still, even though it's a few years on, some people are still a bit nervous about going out in the evening and going to pubs. So venues like that and, an afternoon sort of gig is perfect, possibly for people feeling a bit anxious about
I mean, when they used to, Glasshouse Stations, the Key Theatre, always like going down there on a Sunday afternoon and having a few beers and stuff like that. I think Charters put a few bands on, don't they, on an afternoon now and again?
Yeah.
How many
very late. Charters also do very late, don't they? But, that's to do with where they are, I guess.
Yeah. How many more songs you got left?
Well, there's 2 on the list.
Right, so...
But I'm looking at the time.
Or you can squeeze one more in then. I mean, 3 in. It's up to you.
We definitely want to do Control, and we don't want to rush that. Well, I think we might.
Could we just play them both together?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was going to say, do 2 back to back for us.
Yeah. Basically, stop talking, Fizz. Okay. Once a new man, tell me, babe, what did it take
That's a good finisher. Excellent finisher. I like that one. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fyzz Wallis Band. Big shout out to Steve Dern, big shout out to Jack Thorburn, big shout out to Steve Cotsworth, the team. Without them, there wouldn't be a Doc Mason radio show. This is, who is this? Got to switch over there as well. Yeah, this is a band called HCK9, At the End of the World. Should be in Doctor Who.